Okay, last time what we did was we started actually working on the program again rather than just messing around and experimenting. And we did basically just some setup, not really much going on, and this is our experimentation in there. Some basic setup. We got our data structures sorted, or at least a data structure is in a decent state. And at the end of the last time, said depending on really what I was vibing would determine what we'd do next. And I think what my brain wants to do is try to render an image here. It will probably, we'll probably have to resize this window. This is probably too small. Yeah, but maybe it's not. Yeah, we can get a little tiny display there of what's going on the screen. Anyway, I think I want to get something displayed here. That's going to have us contend with the problem of screenshotting hidden windows, which I'm not going to say we solved because we didn't, but we have one janky solution for it. Yeah. So I think that's my brain is telling me it wants to work on that today. Or wants to is maybe not the right word, but that's what we're gonna do. Whoops. I make a bunch of noise while I plug in my music. Forgot to do that. No, we can restart this playlist. All right. Make sure we're still going. Yep. All right. Cool. Let's get this started. I think the first thing I'm gonna do is go straight to widgets, go straight to this, and go straight here. No, not output location. No. Yeah, straight here. We're gonna start at the top here. Preview for the recording. I think this is going to be draw video preview, because, well, yeah, okay, we'll do it like this. Start with that. It's video preview, right? And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go loop through all windows, check if they're visible. This reminds me of something we're gonna have to do. Yeah. The problem, we're really gonna have to deal with the problem of Windows being occluded by, like, on first launch, we're gonna have a bunch of stuff in the background, and we're gonna have, well, I mean, initially that's not gonna matter, but yeah, we're gonna have the recording window on top of it. But what we'll need to do in here, and for now I'll just make a note. To do setup retained what is it? It's like name composite or whatever it is. Setup retained data in backing store. That'll do. That'll probably be a separate function, but we'll just make a note of it for now because it's not what we're gonna do. We'll probably need another thing here for the pix maps, but not important. Loop through the windows, check if they're visible. If so, find which parts are visible. I think this is where damage and X fixes come in, because yeah, I think I know the point of X fixes now, sort of. Well, I mean, I know what the point is, but how it's going to be used is because we're not just going to have whole regions visible. We're not just going to have a whole rectangle. We'll have occluded stuff. So, and for instance, if you have this, whoa, put that back there. If you have this window, if you move it from here up to there, I mean, that's not super visible. Whatever. If you move it from here over here, there'll be a bunch of stuff you need to update that's not exactly a rectangle. Like, you need to make all this stuff around here visible now, right? So before it wasn't visible, and now you need to update it, maybe. Maybe there's something happening in the background, and before it was occluded, but then you do that, and now it's visible. So you don't need to update the whole screen or the whole window, you just need to update this part. So this... The thing is, we may just have to composite them ourselves. So it would be nice to have an order. I wonder if we can get that. Because I imagine we just have to deal with it ourselves. Like, we have to get the events, like the circulate events, and deal with it that way. X11, find stacking order of windows. Oh, xQuery tree returns children sorted by stacking order, from bottommost to topmost. Oh. Whoops. That means we can just composite them in order? That's actually kind of annoying. The reason that's annoying is because that's not how we're storing it. We're not storing them in that order. But that is kind of cool. Yeah. I don't think we want to rely on these. Kind of expecting to see it already. Check if it's net WM window normal type window. I wonder, no, I don't want to do that. I was going to say, I wonder if what I should do is have them in stacking order and then deal with the recirculate events. But I don't think I want to. Why is this type normal? Okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting, but not what I want. Stacking. Maybe. Configure stack mode. Do we not need to send a circulate event? I mean, maybe for a window manager you do. But X clearly doesn't care. Maybe I will have to deal with the extended window manager hints. Yeah, the amount that I want to call query tree on every update is pretty low. Composite the visible ones. The thing is, I don't know if there's a way to do that. I don't know if I need to maintain locally a stacking order. That would be quite annoying to have to do that locally. It would also be quite annoying to have to query the server to get it. Is there a third way? How would I expect this to work? Or how would I want this to work in an ideal situation? I think maybe the X-query tree is the ideal situation, as lame as that is. But the thing is, even though nobody does this, the thing is you can have sub-windows. But you know what? I wonder if asking for the pixmap data of the parent will give you the pixmap data of all the sub-windows. I don't know. What is it? Get image? Something like that. Yeah. Rudimentary hard copy support. I'm not sure exactly how to interpret that. But also, I think it doesn't matter because I think this is how everyone does it. So we're just going to accept that we're using it not for what it was designed for. Because, well, I mean, eventually we're going to replace it with other extensions, but anyway. This is not a trivial task. Do I really have to query the tree every time? Maybe I only need to query the tree for the screen. And then for every child, we check if that's visible and composite them that way. This seems like a rather silly way of doing it, to be honest. But it kind of feels like you have to. Like, this is a lot of computation to do every single frame. That's my concern. Like, we need to maintain like 25 frames a second. Or so. I mean, maybe that's why the X recording thingamajigs are so slow. They struggle. At least that's my experience. I mean, what is even a better way of doing it, though? Well, let's try it. We don't know for sure that it's going to be slow, so we're not going to assume it is. Composite the visible ones. So what we're going to do, we need to know state. Yep. We do have screens.